Cheorwon. South Korea. Amphibious tanks. Accompanied by constant rattling noises of machine guns and explosions of exploding smoke. A lake is dying. Not far from the large green mountains along the world's most heavily armed border. Dozens of South Korean and U.S. combat engineers are building a pontoon bridge to transport tanks and armored vehicles over water. All within the easy range of North Korean artillery. For 70 years, allies have conducted similar annual exercises to deter the aggression of North Korea, which in 1950 began a technically unfinished war with surprise invasion of South Korea. The alliance with the United States allowed South Korea to build a strong democracy. Citizens were confident that Washington would protect them if Pyongyang realized its dream of uniting the Korean Peninsula under its rule. So far, a growing number of South Koreans are increasingly armed with dozens of weapons in North Korea's burgeoning arsenal. Repeated threats launch them their enemies. And powerful missile tests designed locate the target by nuclear attack on a U.S. city. He is losing faith in America's weapons and has long vowed support his ally. The fear is this: a U.S. president hesitates to use nuclear weapons to defend the South against the North Korean attack, knowing Pyongyang could kill millions of Americans with atomic reprisals. Frequent surveys show that a strong majority of South Koreans support their country's acquisition of atomic weapons. Our Washington in 1990 sit shows that he called on the South to bring back tactical nuclear weapons. This reflects surprising erosion of trust between countries that love to call their alliance the unshakable cornerstone of America's military presence in region. Kim Bang-rak, a 76-year-old security guard in Seoul, said about the United States, "I think one day they can leave us and go their way. If that better serve their national interests. If North Korea ed us, we should them equally in retaliation. So it would be better for us to have nuclear weapons." He highlights these fears just hours before the start of U.S.-South Korean tank drills in Cheorwon. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has said that roasted land is intended for command centers and airports in South Korea. He oversaw 2 ballistic missile tests to simulate his nuclear attacks. At heart of unease in South Korea is a broader debate about who will have nuclear weapons. This is 1945's of US's 2 nuclear SAW question that has plagued nations since Te Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The sharp increase in support for South Korea's nuclear weapons does not occur in a vacuum. Experts in nuclear proliferation say the live global nuclear arms race shows little sign of slowing down. According to a recent report from the International Campaign to Eliminate Nuclear Weapons, 9 countries are in 2022. He spent about $83 billion on nuclear weapons. This corresponds to an increase of $2021 billion. According to 2.5, only the United